Welcome to Feisty Chess. We're going to play Fisher 12F on leechess.org. A little higher rated than me. Not used to that, so let's try not to let it affect us. So let's go with knight c3. I've been playing a lot of Vienna lately. And black has a wide choice here. Knight f6, knight c6, bishop c5 are the main options. Bishop c5. Okay, this is fun. I like to meet this with f4. He can take on g1, my knight, right away. It's tempting for black to grab on g1, and then once the rook recaptures, once the rook recaptures this check, can win a pawn, at least for a time, but it doesn't work very well for black. Okay, d6. Let's get our knight out now. On knight a4 might be good here. Do I want to go knight a4 immediately? Also, alternatives are bishop b5 and bishop c4. Let's go bishop b5. Got some kind of Spanish type threats on e5 here by pinning this knight. Problem is, he can play queen d4 at an opportune moment, threatening a mate. If my knight is here, I'm going to lose that knight. Okay, he's unpinned his knight. Let's just continue. Now we're no longer gambiting that pawn on f4. Okay. Putting the question to the bishop. Do I want to trade this bishop off? Bishop back here. b5. No, I'm going to, well, he can always play knight. So we can always go knight a5 and get the bishop anyway. That might be a more favorable way to trade bishops, though. I'm going to take here. And let's stick our knight on d5. Okay, now if I play c4, I'm actually threatening to win that pawn. Yeah, I'm going for it. c4. Knight to g6 makes sense. Then I think f5 is strong. I may not get castled here. Okay. Should we capture towards the center? I think so. Okay, general plan from here might look like queen e2, bishop e3. Alternate plan would be, okay, well this makes me happy. I have the center now, it's all mine. Knight g6 I think is met by bishop g5. Yeah, I welcome him. I welcome black playing f6. Blocks the queen from this diagonal, so if my knight should need to capture his knight, I don't have to worry about checks on h4. So if at some point this, that, I don't have, there's none of that, because of f6. Okay, so that worked. So really the only sensible choice here is back to d2. I've got a very nice looking bishop since all my center pawns are on light squares. And I've got that the double pawn, but frankly, I really like the looks of how strong the pawn center is. So I could lash out right now with b4. That seems a little premature. Continue with this plan here. Play bishop e3. I have the option of castling queenside too, but I think for now the plan will be bishop e3. After that, he can play b4, bishop b4 check. So maybe I'll throw in b4. Yeah, okay. This makes sense. b4, bishop back, bishop here. Let's say bishop b6. Let's draw this out. Bishop e3. He can press forward with f4 on the king side. That just cedes the center further. Let's say there's an exchange. Take, take. I should be able to cover things. His knight can't come to attack that pawn in the center. So yeah, let's throw in this. You know, I suppose I had d4 there with my knight. I didn't realize, I didn't consider that. Okay, his bishop's going way back. So I think he'll want to trade now if his bishop's going back there. He'll want to trade on e3. Let's pre-move this. Otherwise, I can grab his bishop and misplace his rook on a7. You have to make a couple of pawn moves before that rook is ever useful for doubling on the 7th rank. Okay. Yeah. I have to recapture this now. You know, I did have bishop g5 again, since he had played f5. But I think he would just gladly play queen d7, and he's got his rooks connected. This is an interesting idea. I think rook c1 can... So his idea... I'm going to play rook c1 here. Black's idea was... if I castled there to protect my rook, then this bishop is pinned. And then he can get a knight in here. I don't know if that knight really does any damage, but yeah, there comes the knight anyway. I think I need to take it. I take the knight. I can grab a pawn, actually. Well, no. Queen slides here. Knight takes, check. Wrong pawn there. Queen takes, and then bishop takes. So he's won a pawn in that case. So let's grab the knight, and then I guess grab the pawn. I need to move this rook somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to grab the pawn. This rook can come back to c4 to defend e4. So can the knight, for that matter. Not come to c4, but the knight can defend e4. Ooh, if I defend here, rook c4, rook takes, rook takes. Yeah, queen takes is not quite a mate because I have this. Is he going to get... That looks awfully shaky. I don't like the look of it. But he's down a whole rook in that line. There's also e5. That'd be really great to get that knight to e6. That's a little bit wishful, huh? I can't castle. But I could go king to d1. I'm up a pawn. How bad is that? I mean, I'm not going to stay up a pawn. He's threatening that pawn. Okay. Okay, this is the move. Rook takes. And now, actually, if he takes with the rook, I can take with the queen. So this line that was scaring me a second ago, I don't need to worry about that. Ooh, that is a good move, however. That is a very good move. I don't have a square to continue to defend that. Okay, knight to d2 was necessary there. Maybe I can make some kind of headway against this bishop. This is giving up the queen for a rook. If I get bishop for it, then I might be okay. Oh, but hold on. I take the bishop. Ooh, I take... Oh, this is devastating. Take the bishop. Queen check. Queen's pinned. I have to go king f2. Then a rook takes here as a check, and then he cleans up my other rook. And it's just curtains. Well, I don't see anything else. Let's see if Black finds that. Probably he will. Rook c4 was a terrible idea. Oh man, I think knight d2 and I would have been okay. Oh, he's just piling on now. No hurry. The queen's not going anywhere. Yeah, this is resignable. This is really terrible. Where's the resign button? It's been too long since I played Lichess. Okay, the flag, right. Wow, I'm out of it, folks. Whew. Okay, well, I think this comes down to rook c4, but let's look at the engine. Let's just turn it on immediately. Yeah, didn't fall into any of the fun lines. And then from here, I'm on my own. Bishop b5 is the computer's preference. d3, okay. Take. And now f takes e5. Thread's kind of empty, though. Ooh, it hates that move. I didn't put a ton of consideration in that move, but I just thought it's got to be pretty good. What really prefers black here. Okay, this is slightly better. c6 is the right follow-up? I guess the idea is black's just going to open up the queen side, and then there's no place for white's king to safely go. I mean, it's similar to the idea of the game, I guess. And I was probably down the whole game. Oh, that queen f6 was... I should have simply castled. Okay. I didn't like the looks of this. Yeah, knight f4 here. And I can't take queen d2 and I'm fine. Because now this is not a check. Actually, king can take, so that's not a threat. Bishop takes here, and it still really prefers black. This pawn is just too weak, I suppose. Go back to when he played f5. I wonder if bishop g5 was the right idea right after f5. Knight g5. Oh, yeah, eyeballing this square. That makes lots of sense. F takes e4. Queen takes e4? I guess relying on this. Does that not work here? Oh, apparently not. Oh, the bishop f2 check. Oh, I'm getting bishop f2 checked either way. Once I grab this pawn, oh, I'm way worse. Rook a to c8 would put me out of misery immediately. My king has no way of letting this other rook into the game. I can't step here or here. So, yeah, just bring in a rook to c8. Rook to c4 is still the right move. There's still... Just rook takes c4, huh? b5. Queen c3? Why wouldn't I at least protect it once? Well, it's busted. Where did I really go wrong from the computer's perspective? Knight d5. Okay, I guess the old principle of moving a piece twice. So the plan here is, oh my gosh, it can't work. This cannot work because of queen d4, right? Oh, but then the bishop is not on this diagonal anymore, and I still have this. I have this resource. And even if, so the bishop is not there to take the knight. And even if he kicks it, I simply fire back with this, and I am actually up a pawn. So I should have looked at that more closely. I tried to play knight to block this move, queen d4, and then actually threaten to win there on e5. But now he's threatening to win a pawn with his move, so yeah, and it was good of black not to take with the knight. I wanted to keep the two bishops, because if he does this, then I get my way, and he has to move that bishop somewhere. Then there's this, and I do get that pawn. Although black has some compensation here, but I just own the center. Yeah. Okay, black misplayed the opening. I missed my chance. Whew. It's a rough one. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to stay feisty. I should have been feistier. I should have insisted on that plan. Right, here it is. Here it is. And then that's actually met with knight g4. That's a new pattern for me, supporting bishop e3 and skewering. So f5 is the way to go, apparently. And then instead of taking, just going bishop f3, bishop e3, queen b4. He's hitting these. Bishop c5. And this doesn't work. King b2 holds everything together. Neat. So he's got to recapture. And then he's no longer making the threat on b2. And I can knight f2, really? I would think this would be plenty good. No, that opens his bishop up. Knight f2 actually supports the center and will allow me to castle. And I can meet that check with simply queen e2. And I'm up a pawn. I've got the center. It's a central pawn anyway. So yeah. Something like this. Yep. Okay. Well, now I know what I should have done. Gotta play these more often. Okay. Stay feisty, everyone.